All right, we're ready to start our next chapter section, chapter 2.3, the percent proportion. What we're going to learn today is to use the percent proportion to find the percent, the part, or the whole. So let's look at our vocabulary. Percent proportion. One ratio or fraction that compares part of the quantity to the whole quantity. That's kind of a lot of words, but if you look at it here, you've got part compared to whole. The other ratio is the equivalent percent written as a fraction with a denominator of 100. So remember, we've got the percent here, and percent is always 100. Copy this percent proportion down in your notes. So our key concepts. When we find the percent, we use that percent proportion. Okay. We're finding the percent. We know the part, we know the whole. The one thing we don't know is the percent, and percent always goes over 100. When we're finding the part, we're looking at that. We should know the percent number over 100, and we should know the whole amount. And a clue word for part is the word is. Write that down. When we're finding the whole, we're looking at this. And a clue word for whole is the word of. So let's look at some examples. The first one is, what percent of $15 is $9? So the thing we need to find out is the percent. Of is the whole, and is the part. So if we write that proportion, we have part over whole. We know that our part is 9 and our whole is 15. We know percent is always over 100, and the thing that we don't know is percent. So now we solve by cross multiplying. We do 9 times 100 is equal to 15n. So we have 900 equals 15n. We're going to divide each side by 15, and we get 60 is equal to n. So $9 is 60% of $15. Make sure you copy all of this in your notes. Okay, let's look at example number 2. It says, what number is 40% of 120? Remember, of is the whole, is the part, and we have our percent. So we have part over whole. We'll use P because we don't know what the part is, over 120 equals 40 over 100. That's my percent. So then we're going to multiply 100 times P is equal to 120 times 40. That becomes 100P is equal to 4,800. Divide by 100, and we get P is equal to 48. So 48 is 40% of 120. Make sure you copy all this down. Let's look at example 3. It says 18 is 25% of what number? Remember, is our part, of is our whole. So the thing that we don't know is the whole. So we're going to do 18 is our part, W is our whole because we don't know it, and then 25 is our percent over 100. So we cross multiply and we do 18 times 100 equals 25W. So we have 1800 equals 25W. divide by 25, and we get 72 is equal to W. So 18 is 25% of 72. So now let's take a look at our final example. This is where we have to interpret some information. It says the average adult male western lowland gorilla eats about 33.5 pounds of fruit each day. How much food does the average adult male gorilla eat each day? Well, if we look over here at our chart, this is the total that he eats, and this is the percentage. So what we need to find is 33.5 is part of the whole diet, right? We need to find the whole. So if we have our part and our whole, we have 33.5 over the whole is equal to 67%, so that's 67 over 100. So we're going to times 33.5 times 100 equals 67W. So we get 3,350 is equal to 67W. Divide by 67, and I get 50 is equal to W. So what does that mean? It means the average adult male gorilla eats 50 pounds of food a day. And that's your answer. So now you're going to complete your on your own problems. See you in class.